Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Talk EV almost every week on Sunday at 7:15 p.m. Central European Time. I said a lot of things. I hope you're all doing great. I'm doing amazing. I had a nice work day. I hope you had a nice day off. Yes, my main topic you saw, I thought we should talk about it. I'm always avoiding this topic for a while. And you all know my opinion. I'm a fan of the Model S, and I've never driven a Model X, so I can't tell, but I guess. I'm not a fan of Model 3 and Model Y, and I was always a fan of the cars, but not a fan of the company because it's so Mac-like and following and what you do is always right, and then they do stuff and they sell it and it's something nice, but it's just cost reduction that they can make more money. So that's why, you know me, I'm not the biggest Tesla fan, but I appreciate what the cars can do, and Model 3 was one of the first cars who had great charging and great consumption, and therefore was an amazing long distance driver. And the charging network, let's face it, it's really good. Just plug in and work. They do a lot of things right. Navigation, when it comes to navigating far, this is really good. Software is a good thing. But I was just interested what you think. And just overall, I mean, we've seen in the last few months, I would say since December, the sales of Teslas going down, especially then January and February. But again, this happens a lot when a new Tesla Model Y, which is the most selling car. I don't know if you've seen my news. Tesla Model S and X in Germany in the last few months are like 25 cars a month. That means they're not selling every day one car, either Model S, or maybe it was so each 25, maybe this, doesn't matter. It's still nothing. They're not selling in Germany Model S and Model X. It's a Model 3 are sold in an okay way, but Model Y was always the thing to go since it's being built in Germany, in Berlin. Model Y over the world, it's a big car, and then in Germany it got big because of that. And then the sales went down, and the question is, and we will see in 10 days or so, the new Tesla Model Y Juniper is available in Germany. Deliveries have started in the end of February, and so we'll see if the sales went up in Germany this month, or it's possible deliveries in Germany of the new Model Y are slowly ramping up. I don't know. And then, so in the next few months, we'll see if Model Y can sell what it did before. I have no idea. And I just want to know, is from you guys, is this something what you agree with, or you just, I don't care what this guy does, the car is good? Which I can understand. I mean, I drive a Volkswagen, and Volkswagen did a bad thing. Sorry, I saw the highlight on top of me is on. And Volkswagen did a very bad thing with the whole diesel scandal, where they manipulated software that wrong emission things come out. That's a bad thing. But I have a Volkswagen now, so am I a bad person for doing that, or if I don't care? I don't know. So I get if someone, and I'm not judging someone, if you like a car, and even if you say what Elon Musk does is amazing, that's fine. Everybody can have their opinion. It's totally fine. So I just want to know. I mean, this is the wrong channel for this, I understand that. But let's do a little poll then here. Would you buy a Tesla if it would fit your needs? So what I mean with this is, yes and no. What I mean with this is, if Tesla would right now have a car that you can buy for a price that you are okay with and that will show you that does the stuff that you need, would you buy it? And for me, honestly, if a Tesla car would have the price that I want and it does what I want, and then the boss is doing a Nazi salute and I don't care what he says, what it was, for me as a German, it's very hard to support something like this. And if he wouldn't have done that and he's just a Trump supporter and he says, I think he could be better for the States, I don't think it would be that big of a problem. I'm not a big Trump fan, but I'm also not involved in American politics like this strong. And so if you would just support him and that's it, that's not the thing. Andreas Hennel, YouTuber, abandoned 1,000-kilometer trip because all Ionity chargers at station he visited were out of order. Eh? I never had that once. I had one charger not work. I had that before, but that in a whole location that none of the chargers work. Is he sure it's the chargers and not the car? Or was there a nationwide problem with Ionity or something? So 70% of the commenters are sheep. So if someone has a different opinion than you, then they're a sheep. So if you don't agree what he does and you don't want to buy a car, then that's exactly the wrong thing what they do in the States right now. You can be, I don't agree, but fine. Yeah, you can be at the, you can be fine with that it's not a Nazi salute. Yeah, I'm not. You don't do that movement. Just if you are at this position, you don't do a movement like this, and you know better. That's just it. But that's it. Everybody does the thing that they want. This is not political or anything. For me, it's always been the cars. I'm a fan of Model S. It drives great. It's power. But I don't like Model 3, Model Y. They always felt like they're trying to make them as cheap as possible and make the drive as inconvenient as possible. They don't know a good suspension. We'll see what the new Model Y Juniper is. I don't have high hopes since the new Model 3 wasn't that much better than the old Model 3 when it comes to suspension. An ID3 Volkswagen has better suspension than a Model 3, but I understand that it's also try to be a sporty car. Not charge. 2 had been taped up as Außerbetrieb, but other 4 would not charge. And that means in one location all the chargers didn't work, not all the thing on his route, right? Have been handshake on Peugeot. What car was it? Peugeot E3008? Being tricked by a picture of a road in front of them kind of tells a significant story too. Well, this is, I've seen video of that when a Tesla drives into the wall where there's a picture of the street. This for me is, I don't know, I don't support that because Tesla has just made a decision. Our system doesn't work with radar or anything, we work with cameras. And I think that's, if it works, it's okay. I don't think that there's a picture of a road somewhere on the road that you shouldn't go through. So I don't see that as something that Tesla is doing wrong. I don't see that at all. that's just everything does it different. I mean, a lot of cars with radar, maybe it won't even stop before they hit it if you drive too fast or something. So this is all something that I don't know. They currently prefer the new Volvo EX90, ES90, and probably I like the BYDs. I'm planning to test drive Dolphin soon. It's a bit of a difference, huh? EX90, ES90, and then a BYD Dolphin. You're widespread. Nay, but my problem was always the whole Tesla company, how they are interacting and how they're changing stuff, and just how they make the business. This was always my problem, and that's why Tesla was always nothing for me. And then, but again, I also see what great things they did, and the Tesla supercharging network is amazing. Model 3 is a great car for long distance. It's just not comfortable, and some people don't need it that comfortable, and it's fine. And it's so fine. And yeah, that's the topic here. We did it. What do we have? 47, 30% would still buy one, and that's totally fine. This is not about someone saying, hey, you cannot buy one, or you can't like something. Do whatever you want. This is what we should talk to each other and be all okay. It's fine. That's what it should be. Don't be mad at each other, and if someone buys a Tesla, don't block or break Tesla superchargers and stuff like this. That's just stupid. I'm sorry. Do whatever you want. If you want to buy a Tesla, buy a Tesla. If not, then not. That's totally up. The same, like I said, with Volkswagen. I'm sure there are other companies who did horrible stuff, and we're still buying cars. I mean, Volkswagen built cars for Hitler in the 40s. So who am I to talk? So we did that. I thought I'd hype you up a bit, and it worked. It's always like this. If he's and on purpose, I didn't say how could you buy a Tesla nowadays, because it's not true. Do whatever you like. Again, this is not the thing for that. Yes, let's talk about the stuff what happened this week. Today it was a lot of fun, and I talked about Dieselgate already. Already done. You weren't here. You're too late. It was in the beginning. So I had a lot of fun with the Audi Q6 e-tron today, the Quattro, 285 kilowatt, 387 horsepower. That was a lot of fun. I just said it that that Hitler was connected with Volkswagen. Nobody listens to me. You have the sound off. Do I have the sound off? No, but I did a power drive today, and it was stressful because I knew it's gonna rain today, but it said it's gonna rain from noon on. And so I thought, hey, in the morning I can drive with the car on the highway and drive the top speed for a while. And then I woke up and it was raining. Getting 52 kilowatt hour ID3 in a few days, that's awesome. Enjoy it. If it's the new version, it's great. You saw my videos. The charging is awesome. Range is okay. Power is okay. Go enjoy it. It's a nice car. They have improved it a lot. I'm so on board. And so it rained today this morning, so I did home office, so I edited and did other stuff, made videos at home. And then I looked and then, oh, it changed, it's gonna not rain for 2 hours, let's go. So I went into the car, drove to the highway. Is that the Pro Urban? No, so in Germany it's called the Pure. I don't know if in other countries it's named differently. It's the smallest battery and cheapest version of the ID3 you can have. Every country, I think, call them differently. I've seen that the ID Bus has also different names in states. I've seen that. And so I went to the highway. On the highway, reset my trip, and then I drove, and it was amazing. Even though it was Sunday, it was busy, and then I have 10 kilometers of speed limit of 120 in between. But then it was fine. I could drive. I had to switch highways, and then I could drive with a lot of power. It was amazing, and after 93 kilometers, I had an average speed I can't say it, average speed of 160 kilometers an hour. That's amazing. Average speed, including the 120 zone, 10 kilometers. Consumption was 470 watt hours per kilometer. And at the end, I used, I think, almost 50% for 95 kilometers. Because again, every time when I had of course I was being careful, and if someone willing to pass, I didn't drive close, and I was braking. And then when I had the free pass or something, I drove fast and I accelerated fully in dynamic mode. It was a lot of fun. 216 is the fastest that the Quattro can go. The SQ6 that I had 2 weeks ago could go 230 something, 235 I think. But there was a lot of fun, and the cutest thing was I went to the direction of Munich, and on the way to Munich was a BMW in front of you. I could see that it didn't have as much power as the Q6, but it could go the top speed around that, because he was, even though when I was driving 205, he was always in front of me a few hundred meters away. So that was fun. But every time when he had to slow down and then I accelerated, I saw that I was getting closer to him. So I'm guessing he was a 2.5 liter, something like this, where they can go 200 something. You meant you didn't sit on their back bumper with full headlights and left indicator the whole trip? Exactly. I flashed one guy because there was no one in the right lane. He was 200 meters away from the next car and he was going 120. I flashed him because I drove a bit closer to him. He didn't do anything, so I flashed him. He went away and I was gone in 3 seconds. He could go on and pass. So he was just... I hope that in Wolfsburg they still remember Major Ivan Hurst, the British officer credited with reviving Volkswagen after the war. No idea. I'm sure they know. I don't know. But I don't know the past of Volkswagen, and I don't care. I know they've been bad. Like I said, a lot of companies have been bad. It's not what this is about. I was just wanting to know what you guys think. So... he was probably from Denmark. No, he was German. I think he was even from the area. There was a lot of fun. On the way back, there was an Audi A5, I think, in front of me that also drove around 200. But other than that, there was never anyone behind me. Nobody ever passed me. There was a lot of fun. And I passed, I don't know, 200-300 cars. And no trucks today on Sunday on the German highway, so this was a lot of fun. I filmed the whole thing, of course. I have to edit the video tomorrow. It will come soon. There was a lot of fun. I like that. And on Tuesday, the new Kia EV6 facelift will come, rear-wheel drive. I think it's gonna be warm. Hopefully on Sunday it's not raining for the range tests and everything. I'm excited because it has a bigger battery, and I hope it has the charging curve as the Ioniq 5N, because I tested the car in October, and it had such a great charging curve, going up to 265 kilowatt. And that is amazing. I like that. We'll see. And it has a bigger battery now. It always had okay range, and it has battery preheating and the new software. We'll see if it's closer to the Kia EV9 software than it was before, and see how the navigation is, because this is the part where Kia wasn't that great. Especially navigating and charging, stuff like this. And I was a bit disappointed. If you have seen my news last week or the week before on Wednesday, Kia announced an over-the-air update for the EV3, where now you can, and the EV6, where now you can set the state of charge on arrival and at the starter. Charger, not starter. And I thought, how the hell was this not in there before? So you just navigated somewhere and it did all the charging what it thought it would be the best. That's a bit weird, but you can do that now, and hope that the EV6 that I'm getting can do that too. We'll see. If not, maybe I get the over-the-air update. That would be amazing. I've seen one over-the-air update by a different car than Volkswagen, and it was BMW, was the i7. It got an update and it looked the same as Tesla. I got a message in the app that there's an update available, and I can say please install, and it's told me the megabyte, and it told me I'm downloading now, I'm done downloading, I'm installing, update is done. It did all of that when I was at home with the app. I never was in the car. That was awesome. The Kia EV9. That's true. Off topic, I'm driving from Norway to Italy this summer. Do you have some tip driving so far? Specs over the Alps, especially over the Alps. Depends on the car, but if it's in the summer, then beware of a lot of traffic. Calculate your trip with some safety in there if chargers don't work, especially when you get then to Austria and then Italy. And check out if some charger doesn't work, if surrounding are before to do the trip. Say if you want to start charge here, use a better route planner, that's the best, and then look what it tells you where to charge, and maybe put a little thing around if there are other chargers, and say at least 6 or 8 charging stalls in every location, just to be sure. And also plan in when you want to stop with your family to cue a better route planner plug. Exactly. They're amazing. I'm sorry. I'm so happy that they are a sponsor of this channel, because I've used a better route planner for so long, and I asked them a few times and they gave it to me, a free premium membership, so I could do a few videos. And then at some point I just asked them, do you want to sponsor the video and the channel? And they said yes. And it was amazing, because it's just the best thing you can have, that something that you believe in and that you use all the time is sponsoring your channel. That's the best. I use it every time when I do a long distance trip. So every 2 weeks when I have an EV to test, I put in the data of this car and say, I want to drive here and here and here. How long will I need with this car? Where does it want me to charge? And then I already know approximately the time. Of course, I have to do it myself to see how it is. I love it to compare cars. Last week I compared the new Audi A6 e-tron against the Volkswagen ID.7 Pro S, and well, if you have Tesla Model Y, then you don't have to plan any chargers. You just do superchargers and tell the car to plan. You don't have to do any of the things I said. That's just the awesome thing about the software and having the I have to sneeze, I don't want to, the charging network. Yeah, so compared A6 against the ID.7 Pro S. A6 has bigger battery, charges better, way better with the 800 volt system, but has higher consumption. In a 600 kilometer trip, the one that I always do, starting with 80%, a better route planner tells me the A6 is 15 minutes faster on the whole trip. That's not a lot, but still, it's faster. And so I thought, I'm gonna do this. I already told my Patreons and channel members here on YouTube. I'm getting the A6 e-tron press car in May, and I asked Volkswagen for an ID.7 Pro S, and I will get one. And I already asked about the specifications. The A6 will come with 21-inch wheels. That's summer tires, that's standard what Audi delivers, but the ID7 comes in 19-inch wheels. So the ID7 Pro S with 19-inch wheels and a limousine, not a tourer, will be the car with the most range. It charges okay. But again, A6 charges better. I don't know yet how we're gonna do this drive, because so Matthias will drive with me. He will drive the ID7 Pro S. I will drive the A6, or the other way around. I don't. Maybe we switch. We'll see, and then see. I want to see what he thinks. But I think it would be stupid if he's done, if the A6 is done charging, to just go on, and then at the end, if he's earlier, wait for 15 minutes. That's hard to film. I think what we are gonna do is drive together. The only problem here is arriving state of charge. So if the A6 could go further and then charge, and the ID7 says I have to go out here and charge, that's a problem. But it's better for filming. So either I can get him to film something with the ID7, okay, I have to go out here and charge, and I can go further and then charge. I don't know yet. I have no idea how to do that. It would be the best to compare the cars, what's faster at the end, if you take the chargers that are perfect for your battery and for your charging. But again, it's hard for filming. Then one guy films this car, the other guy films this car. He doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to talk. He doesn't want to do it in German and English. It's just a nightmare. Oh my God. Where are we? Oh my God, it's too much. If you have vertigo, to not travel over Alps, your heart will be pounding and go through tunnels. That's true. Because it's like this. I went with Cindy over the Jaufenpass that is going to Meran in Italy. And on the way up, we took a break, looked around, because we went there in summer, and when we were on the bottom of the mountain, it was nice and warm, and on top there was snow. And it is really like this. For half an hour you do nothing, then drive really small corners. And this was the time when we had not an electric car. And on the way down she got sick, and she was okay, I cannot stand any more cornering. What is the question? Taycan, Macan EV, RS, e-tron, GT, e-tron Volvo will approve any longer trips when covering so many miles. Or kilometer. I don't know what you mean. Sorry. But again, I have to plan how we're gonna do this. I have to talk to Matthias how we're gonna do that. Because like I said, a better route planner, I think the first charger was the same charger for both cars, but then the second it wasn't. And I want to drive 140 or 130, we'll see. I think 140 is better to show how fast the cars can go. And it's still fine to have great consumption and great charging. Replying to the incredible question above. Ah, sorry. I didn't know. So I'm looking forward to that. That will be a lot of fun. Yeah, but I still don't know how to do it. Yeah. So like I said, Kia EV6 is coming on Tuesday, and the Audi Q6 e-tron Quattro will be picked up. Hopefully people are calling tomorrow, so I know when they're coming, but I will be home. I will do editing and other stuff. I have to do one more video tomorrow with the Q6. And we have to go with Cindy to the doctor with her wrist, left one, how everything is, just to check it. She's not doing great. It's still a bit swollen. It still hurts after almost 3 months. No, I think it's 10 weeks or 11, and it's not amazing. So maybe a nerve, or what's the sene? Whatever is holding the muscles, is injured or something. Anybody seen connected travel assist work in the Tavascan? What's connected mean? I have used travel assist in the Tavascan. It worked perfectly. So it's not called travel assist with the Tavascan, but it just where it steers itself, the steering assist. I don't know what connected means. So that it swarm data, something like this. I have seen swarm data work in a Volkswagen, and it's in my little town since I'm driving there the whole time, I think. But it's a bit wonky. So we have a little road through the town, and it doesn't have a line in the middle, and then it has to think most people are driving to the right. So I see that it's steering itself, but it does a few things like this, and it's very possible that a lot of people did a weird thing. Connected, yes. Yeah, it works. I've seen it in a Volkswagen, and the question is if it works amazing and when, because you have to think that the swarm data, it has to be recorded by a few cars, not just one car driving there, and then it has to be automatically analyzed and then sent back, and then the car has to notice where it is, not just by GPS but also by the sensors, and know, okay, I'm here, I have to go to the right. This is not a gigantic big road where I'm in the middle, I have to go to the right side. But this is also something that should be normal. So we'll see. But this Q6, by the way, had the same thing. So on the same route, it also drives, it sees that there's no line, but it knows it has to drive on the right. And then sometimes it does a little movement, because there's a bit of a narrow thing, and I think a lot of people go to the left. But it's not good when there is a cars coming against you. So traffic, that's not good. But again, it does its thing. I usually turn a steering assist off when it doesn't do a good job, when there is no line, and it's fine. I mean, it's done with one button. In the Q6, it's on the indicator, thanks to you. Somebody told me that here. And in the ID7 or in the Tavascan, it's also just on the steering wheel and done. Takes half a second to do that. And then you don't have the steering assist. But it works. It all depends how long it takes on some things, and if it works everywhere, I don't know yet. We'll see about that. Yes. Yeah, today I looked up, since when the Kia EV6 is going, I get an Audi Q4 e-tron all-wheel drive. That will be interesting. Have never driven one, only the normal Q4, and long time ago. This is then with the new motors, the same as an ID4 GTX or the Tavascan VZ. See how the software is. I'm interested in that in the Audi. How different it is to Volkswagen ID Software 5.0 and what it's called. I'm sure it's not ID software. In the Cupra, it still says ID software, I think. If I'm not mistaken, I think I've seen that. And then afterwards, after the Q4, I'm very interested. I know that nobody's gonna watch the videos. All the time when I'm very excited about a car, nobody cares. And that's fine. It's gonna be the Audi e-tron GT Performance. I'm very excited about that with the charging, 320 kilowatt, then 800 volt system. 925 horsepower, 680 kilowatt, and 2.3 seconds or so from 0 to 100. Or 2.5, something like this matters. And I looked up today. I know it's the brother car from the Porsche Taycan, and Porsche doesn't want to give me cars. And it's also the new version. The charge is better, has a bigger battery, 97 kilowatt hours usable and stuff like this. We're still waiting for the Microlino range test. I asked Microlino many times. They never replied. They don't, and I also know how to. It would be very hard to bring me a car. They have to put it on something. They most likely want me to go there, but they never even replied. So they don't care. That's fine. Yes, so I looked today and I don't see any match of the Porsche Taycan with the same data. So the normal e-tron GT, there's Porsche Taycan that has the same specs, same power and everything, but then there's a Taycan Turbo S, and that has more power. This is 1033 horsepower, where the Audi e-tron GT Performance is 925 horsepower. So the motors are different. Maybe it's software limited, but it's the same motors. It's the same battery. It's the same stuff. So we'll see. I'm excited to do that. I will watch an e-tron GT video. It's such a beautiful car. It is. I'm scared that because it's the performance, it will be very, very uncomfortable. I'm hoping and I'm praying. I've driven now three Audis, sorry, that are more in the high price. So Q4 is okay, but it's the same as an ID4 or a Tavascan Cupra. But the Q6, SQ6, the Q6 and the Q8 were amazingly comfortable, but they were all SUVs, and I'm sure that the A6 e-tron is also amazingly comfortable. I'm scared that the e-tron GT will be just sport. So like this, and I hope that they can combine the sportiness with still amazing comfort, even though it's so powerful. I really hope they can deliver, because if it's a comfortable car, so of course it's not like the Q6 that is out there, it can't be, but okay comfortable, and it has 925 horsepower, that would be amazing. I know it has a top speed of 250, and again, if it's extremely comfortable, like the SQ6 that I had driving 230 was okay, not a big deal, and today with this Q6 driving 216 was whatever. If the suspension is really made for it, you can drive 250 in it. I don't know if I will do that. We'll see. Of course, we'll do some acceleration and try it a bit sporty, but I'm not a cornering guy. I can't do that. We'll see. GT means Grand Tour. It must be luxurious drive. I hope so. I really, really hope so. But I don't know. I've never driven an e-tron GT, especially performance. Maybe there they think, we're giving it more power. It has to put the power down. This is to go around the track. Let's make it less comfortable and stuff like this. And it looks just very, very mean and very low and everything. So I'm scared that it won't be as comfortable as I want it. It doesn't look different. Does it look different? So this is the normal S e-tron, and this is the e-tron Performance. Is it so different when you just look at it? I don't think so. It's an extraordinarily beautiful car. I'm not a fan of the charge port here in the front. I like it in the rear, and I know that's what she said, but I don't know. We'll see if I will get this a special edition thing here. I have no idea. 2.9 seconds. Huh. I thought it was 2.5. Still, this is going to be the fastest accelerating car I have ever tested. The fastest before that was the Polestar 4 with 400 kilowatt, I think. 3.4 seconds or something. Ioniq 5N had 3.6. The Neo ET5 had 3.67, something like this. So this, if it really can do the 2.9 seconds, and I have seen in the Audis that I have tested, because I have tested the Q6, where is it, SQ6 SUV, and I achieved 4.3 seconds, and with, even though it says here 4.4, and with the launch control even 4.24. So maybe the e-tron is faster than they say here. We'll see. But it still says in the data that it will have 320 kilowatt charging. Is it different here? 2.9 seconds. No, it's fine. 2.9 seconds. But you drive the Plaid. I drove the Plaid, that's true, but I never accelerated full because I only had it for 40 minutes. I couldn't get used to it. So even when I did the full acceleration, it was never this. It was always, let's see. Because I was scared and I had spinning wheels. An all-wheel drive 1000 horsepower car with spinning wheels, that's not fun when you have the car for half an hour on a public road. Watch out for boars crossing at Autobahn at dark. That's true. But when it's dark, I won't drive 200. That's a bit of a difference. But Michael Schmidt can do whatever he wants. That's fine. It is 2.5 with launch control. There it is. So I drove the Plaid, but not again. So I want to do launch control here, really floor it, have the foot on the brake, do the whole thing that they want, and then whoop, see what it does. Ever tried iX3? It's worth to buy 2021 model. Thank you. I have done a model iX3. I have tested it here on the channel, a few videos. It is not a bad car. Consumption in the summer was okay. Was really okay, but if you can wait and if you can afford it, wait for the new model that comes out in September, because it will be the new platform with 800 volt technology, new motors, all new stuff, new software. So if you can afford it, I have no idea how much more it will cost, then you should wait for it. If money is a thing for you, I have no idea how they age. I don't know how any EV is aging. I know that the very, very first Nissan Leafs are not amazing with battery capacity, but after that, I have no idea. So if an iX3 that's 4 years old is any good, I just know the one that I tested was fine, was nice, good software, good power. I had the all-wheel drive version, as I thought. Charging back then was not amazing, but good. That's all. Model Y is the best value for buck EV out there. If you don't want comfort, then yes, then I agree with you. Software, yes. Comfort, not present. Same with the Model 3, even with the new version. But some people don't need comfort, and I get it. Where was I? Yeah, 97 kilowatts, 680 kilowatt power, 320 kilowatt charging. That's gonna be so cool. I can't wait. And 2,400 kilos. That's a lot of weight for this. It looks tiny, but it's not tiny, eh? Do you maybe know why you can't configure ID.5 Pro on the German Volkswagen configurator? You can't? Let's look. What the hell? Where are we? That can't be happening. Configurator. ID.5. ID.5 Pro with infotainment system. ID.5 Pro. There it is. Huh? Maybe they changed it today, and when you looked it wasn't there. Now it's there. And we have everything here. Pure Pro and GTX. And then with the infotainment package. I never know what that is, if this is... why wouldn't you get the infotainment package? Seems to be back now. That's good. That's good. I helped. Every website has now AI crap in there. Annoying. Nobody needs that. Okay. Like I told you, I'm really excited, and I'm excited for since Audi has said to me they give me an e-tron GT. Since then, I'm excited. I can't wait to drive this car. I think it's beautiful. It looks stunning, and I want to see how the driving is. And I'm so happy it's the new version. I'm not happy, again, it's the performance version. I'm scared it's not going to be comfy. But if it is comfy as a performance version with 925 horsepower, I'm gonna be blown away, and I'm gonna... If it drives anything close from comfort-wise and at high speed, for the Is it anything like the SQ6 at high speeds? With I doubt, but I hope. I know that Audi can do suspension, and maybe they can do it for a sports car as well without being weird. So I'm really hoping. Skoda Enyaq received an update, ID4 perhaps for the Munich show. No idea. I still haven't heard. I've heard rumors about an update for the old 4.0 software, but nothing specific. So not it's gonna be here and then, and it's gonna be this like this. So I'm looking forward to that. Hi Chris, as far as you know, the new ID377 kWh, did get similar charging curve improvements as the new ID3 Pure, and 59 kWh is still the same as the first models used to be? No, the Pro S, the newer version, get 180 kilowatt or so. The GTX gets a bit better charging because it's a bit of a better battery, bigger and newer, but you still get really good charging. I don't expect the same charging curve of your ID7, but something similar would be great. It's very close. So ID7 or this is very, very close. Didn't I have made a video about that? Did I not do that? And a charging curve, didn't I do that? Where are we? Table, go away, charging curve, not comparison. Where are we? Charging curve, there we are. Let's look. Where's the ID7 Pro? Maybe I didn't do the Pro S, I just did the GTX. GTX is this, you get a peak of 188. But I have done an ID3 Pro S with the new software, and I think you will get, where's the ID5 GTX? Because this is the old curve, that's not what it is now, that's the very old one. Where is ID4 GTX or ID5 GTX? There it is. I think you will get this curve. So peak of around 180. I don't know if you get this thing what's going down here. It's very possible you get, this was a problem with the charger. But you get a higher peak. It should be the same battery as in an ID4 GTX as far as I know. Got my Tavascan for a month now and have received an update for the car. Smart light started working then. It didn't work before? I had... on Tavascan, the smart light worked. The Volkswagen website seems very buggy today. I figured out can't even start an ID3 config and sometimes whole cars disappearing. But still 5.0. Well, 5.0 had the light in there. I had 4. Did I have 4.0? I can't remember what my Tavascan had, the software. But everything worked in that car. I didn't have any problem with it. Tavascan rules. It has just weird little things that you can't open the trunk. I said it many times. That's weird that there's no button for it. Why? That's just weird. Okay, I think I'm gonna go today. You all take care. It's very possible there will be a live stream next week. I say it all the time. I'm not sure because next week, if the weather is perfect, is okay, not raining. That's the thing. I'm gonna do a range test and charging test with the Kia EV6. The new rear-wheel drive version with the bigger battery, and that takes a few hours. You can in the next Tavascan update. What is smart light for you? Isn't smart light the intelligent light that shows that you when the blinker or navigation and stuff like this? Because this worked for me. Okay. Okay, you all take care. I see you maybe next week. If not, I see you in the videos. Some more Q6 videos are coming, something else too. I don't know if there will be news on Wednesday because I looked today and I only have 3 or 4 news topics so far. Yeah, I think that's the ID light. Is it 4? Let's look. Docs. I already wrote it down and download the picture. So far I have 4 news stories, so if till Tuesday evening there's not more, or Tuesday noon, because I have to film it, and then on Wednesday I'm working, and then the video comes out. They have to be done by Tuesday evening. That's important. So the news should be there at Tuesday noon. If nothing new comes up, then there won't be any news, because 4 topic, it's not a lot. That's not a lot of things, and there's more news, but nothing that sounded interesting to me. Second-hand EVs prices decreased dramatically in my country. What about in there? I have no idea. I'm the wrong person with second-hand cars, and I think it depends on the car too. If there's a new version coming for that car, maybe it's better. Or if the new version sucks, something like this. Okay, you all take care. See you next week. Metal, as always. The first